Hello, everyone. It's time for Vanished Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanas. This is episode 178, season 8. Today's date is November 22nd, 2022, and welcome to the show. I hope you will enjoy it. On today's show, I will talk about Andy's Steakhouse in Oak Brook, Illinois. Also, my memories of the World Book Encyclopedia, print edition, when I was a kid. And then I'll talk a little bit about my Thanksgiving memories when I was a kid. Like what food we had and anything like that. Okay. So right now the program will go into a commercial break. And this program is brought to you by Like Cola. Do you remember that? Uh I certainly do. And this was the product of the 1980s. So here's a commercial from 1982. And when the commercial is over, I will come back and I will talk a little bit about this cola and my memories. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, 2 down, 2 on, cleanup hitter at bat. Catcher signals for Kelly's fastball.
Every kid needs a dream and someone to share that dream with. But there's something they don't need. They don't need caffeine. That's why we created a new cola, introducing Like. Like doesn't add caffeine like Coke and Pepsi. Like gets its excitement from full, rich cola taste.
Next stop, the big leagues.
You don't need caffeine, and neither does your cola.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you liked the commercial for Like Cola. Let me give you a little background of this product. It is made, it was introduced in 1982 from the 7 Up company. And then its slogan was made from the cola nut. And it was packaged in a red and blue can. They had a diet version also, but that was with NutraSweet, if you remember that. And let's see. They had commercials all through the 80s. Two spokesmen that did the commercials. One was Tim Conway, the comedian from the Carol Burnett Show, also McHale's Navy, and actor Kevin Dobson. You may know him from Crocker. I think his name Crockett or Crocker from Kojak, and Mac McKenzie from Knots Landing. So they did that. And it only lasted only for a few years, from what I remember RC Cola had RC 100, and it was then introduced in 1980. I remember that, but both disappeared. And I'm trying to remember, did I ever had this cola? I think I did, maybe once or twice, and it was okay. But if you don't like caffeine that makes you jittery or nervous or just you can't sleep at night, like coffee. That's what it was. So, but there are products they do sell like that are caffeine free. I mean, 7 Up has always been a long time. I remember the commercials and any lemon lime soda. But like Coke and Pepsi or Dr. Pepper, yeah, they're filled with caffeine. But they have Coke and Pepsi have caffeine free soda. I buy it once in a while, so that's not bad because I don't want to. I'm not crazy about diet soda because it tastes funny, like Tab. Remember that? And but they have Coke Zero and Pepsi Zero, and those are pretty good. I like those, but not caffeine free. No. So I don't drink soda right now. I drink like once a week. I drink water or juice. With my meals, I drink a glass of milk every day for lunch because it keeps me up. I avoid caffeine like about like mid afternoon to the evening. I just have coffee in the morning. That's it. Maybe 1 or 2 cups. That's because caffeine it'll keep me up like that. And so that's another product from the 80s that went to oblivion. That's something. Okay. At the beginning of the show, we're going to talk about Andy's Steakhouse in Oak Brook, Illinois. Also, the memories of the World Book Encyclopedia, which I had when I was a kid in the 70s, Also, my Thanksgiving memories. A couple personal things I want to tell you before I get started. What Thanksgiving's coming up in 2 days. One of my favorite holidays. I love it. I love it so much. I really do. Christmas is my all-time favorite. Thanksgiving is. Other holidays, mm, okay. Easter is all right. 4th of July, no, I don't like it. Too noisy. Halloween, ah. That's for kids. It's not for me. It's I won't go into that. And so I will talk about my Thanksgiving memories later on in the program. Okay, and the second thing I want to tell you about is this month is Movember, which is all no shave November, and people grow mustaches and beards for cancer awareness, where it's prostate cancer, testicular cancer. I can't tell you the word. Or men's suicide, any type of cancer, and people do this, and it's a wonderful thing. I started the no shave about not in the beginning of the month, maybe the second week, and right now I'm in my third week, and I thought about shaving once a week, but I decided no, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave the beard on until November 30th, and then December 1st I'll shave it off. So I got about 8 days left. So I'm gonna have Thanksgiving with this 5 o'clock shadow. So I've taken photos. I've taken them today. It's on social media. You could look at it. So I feel good about that. I really do. And bless those people. We got to fight cancer, and I'm still fighting. So I'm a survivor. So we'll see. Because I'm going to my urologist on December 13th. They found a little spot on my rib. I feel a little pain, like a dull ache from time to time. I take Tylenol, it helps, but hopefully it won't spread too much. But we don't know what it is. It could be metastasis. I can't even say that word. That's common among prostate cancer patients. So I think it'll be treatable. I think it will. So I'm going to take a blood test in about 2 weeks, and then I'll go see him, and hopefully it'll be okay. All right. Right now, I will talk about Andy's Steakhouse. I posted this about a few days ago, and people miss this place so much. It was one of the few restaurants in Chicago that was top notch. It was the food was excellent, the atmosphere, the building. Location was very easy. You get on 294, then go to Route 88, or if you're in the area, it was located in Oak Brook, Illinois, at West 22nd Street at Midwest Road. And a little history of that. It opened in 1922, and it was founded by a man named Andrew Lustak. And I believe it was a house back then, because it was in DuPage County. And it hasn't been built up. It's all farmland. It was like middle of nowhere, And well, now Oak Brook isn't. It's like woof. They got office buildings and beautiful homes. It's lovely over there, but it's it's still quiet, but it's not like what it used to be. And that opened, like I said, it opened in 1922, and it was managed by a man. His name was Horace G. Barnhart. He was the former president of the Chicago District Golf Association, and it just took off. And then they have in front of the building, they have like a carriage or an old truck or something, and I remember that, And their menu was fantastic. And I wish I could find a copy of it so I could read off the items which they have. But I couldn't find anything on on the internet. I can't find it. Hopefully somebody has something tucked away in their house like that. But they were famous for their steaks, their seafood. They had let's see, some soups, like that, and they served goose, duck. They had frog legs, crab meat, like that, and prices were not bad, you know. And they had wonderful desserts. They had a children's menu like that. And let's see, the bartender was his name was Mike Rafferty, and he was from Ireland, and he was very he entertained people. He was wonderful, especially on St. Patrick's Day, which which I've been told like that. And let's see, so he started there. He bought the restaurant from Barnhart in 1978. Made a little changes, not too much, Thank God for that. I don't know when Mr. Barnhart died. I don't know, because I doubt he's alive, like that. And my memories of this place, I went to this restaurant once. I worked at in Oak Brook. Uh, well, it's a long story. I mean, this company I worked with, it was located up in the north side. Then I moved downtown. Then I moved to Oak Brook for a couple of years until I got laid off. And that was in 1992. I got laid off in 94. And there was a man that worked with us. He was, I don't know, president or vice president. He's a very nice man, but he retired. And I think it was forced, in my opinion. That's what I've been told. And they decided to have a farewell lunch at Andy's Steakhouse. And I'd never been there. And I go, oh, that sounds exciting. I've heard of this place. So we all got into our cars and we went there for the lunch. And we were there for like a few hours. And it was beautiful. Oh, I remember the lobby. And we had it. I'm trying to remember, did we have it downstairs or upstairs? Because downstairs was the bar. They have parties there. I'm not sure. I don't remember what I ate, but I remember one thing. They served shrimp cocktails, and I ordered a shrimp cocktail for the first time. I'm not a big shrimp fan. I don't like seafood that much, so why not? I'll try it. It was delicious. I really liked it with the cocktail sauce and the shrimps hanging on the rims on the glass. Oh, it was good. I liked it. Like I said before, I don't remember what I ordered, but then the man made a speech, and he said thank you and all that. It was very nice, and so that was my experience of Andy's Steakhouse. And the restaurant lasted until about 98, 99. According to the article in the Chicago Tribune, Mr. Rafferty's son, he was the manager of the restaurant, excuse me, and he was killed in a plane accident in 1998. And then after that, I guess he was grief-stricken, Mr. Rafferty, that is, and he sold the restaurant. And then he sold it. And then then the building was torn down, which was terrible. And now there's a Walgreens there. And I didn't know about, one time I went to the Oak Brook area around the early 2000s. And I drove by there. There was the Walgreens. And I go, oh, that's so sad. That really was, because it was that place was one of a kind. It was very unique. You don't find restaurants like that today. You do, but not like the old days. So when I posted this picture on my social media accounts, especially Facebook, the comments kept flowing in. People remembered this place. They loved it. Absolutely loved it, and they missed it. And they told about what food they had, and they remember, and they had wonderful memories. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. Okay. Right now, let's see. Next up, I will talk about. I'll talk about my Thanksgiving memories. Okay. Because Thanksgiving's coming up in 2 days, and I look forward to that. My mother's going to cook, as always. I will help her out. We usually have the standard menu: turkey, stuffing, sweet potatoes, cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce, I don't like the lumpy kind. I like the straight out of the can. My mom doesn't make it homemade. She doesn't want to bother like that. And of course, pumpkin pie we'll have that for dessert. But for potatoes, she makes sweet potatoes, but she also makes Greek style potatoes. I like them, but I'd rather have just one kind because I'm trying to watch my weight. But she wants those, so they're delicious. That's the only Greek thing we have in the menu. But I know a lot of Greek people that have Thanksgiving, and they make Greek dishes because a lot of people don't like turkey. Or they have lamb. Lamb? I don't get it. It's not Easter. So, so, uh, so yeah, we usually eat about 6 o'clock. We always do. We don't invite many people. We don't have many relatives here. I have cousins, but we used to have my aunt and uncle, but they're deceased now, and my father's not. He's deceased as well, so it's just three of us. I have another brother in California. He's not coming, so he's coming for Christmas. Thank goodness. I haven't seen him in 3 years because of COVID, and he was sick too. So I'm looking forward to that. And then, the usual day on a Thanksgiving, people watch football. I don't. I'm not a football fan. They have the dog show on, and I love the dog show, the international dog show that I think it's held in New York. So I'm looking forward to that. And I remember they used to show when I was little. They used to show cartoons or movies like that. I think they still do that sort of thing. And usually the size of the turkey, the largest my mom ever bought was maybe 15 pounds, 16, if you have a big family. But usually if it's just three of us, she would buy 12 with a drumstick. But now my mother buys just turkey breast. That's it. That's very small and it's enough. And you can have leftovers. It's like that. But my favorite smell of Thanksgiving is the sweet potatoes that's in the oven. Oof. With the some people put brown sugar. My mom uses maple syrup. It smells awesome. I love it, and it stinks up the whole house, and it's great. I love that. That's a Thanksgiving memory. It's still, she still does that. So, and it's a very quiet day. Very nice like that, and we eat very well like that. Okay, right now I'm going to play a commercial for Butterbroiled Turkey. This is from 1984. They still make the turkey. Remember, they used to be under Swift Premium. Do you remember that? And so here is the commercial from 1984 for Butterbroiled Turkey. It's a very funny commercial. I played this last year on my podcast. So just sit back and enjoy. Thank you, everyone.
Remember, Harry, it's Marion's first holiday turkey, not a word if it's dry.
Do I have to eat the turkey if it's dry?
Uh-huh.
It's her first turkey.
It won't be juicy.
What they don't know is Marion's first turkey is America's first turkey, Butterball. It's always juicy because it's specially deep basted, so every slice is moist and tender.
Juicy turkey, Marion.
I knew it would be.
America's first turkey, Butterball, also available fresh.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Butterball Turkey from 1984. That was funny. They complained they were worried about the turkey being dry. On Thanksgiving I only visited 2 houses in my entire life. I always eaten at home, and my parents never liked other people's food for some reason. They have a point. I remember one time my brother's godparents invited us in the 70s. We went there. It was very nice, we got together. But, the turkey was carved already and was placed on the table, and it was cold, so that wasn't not very appetizing. I don't know why people do that. They just they cook everything, they place it on the table, and then they go and blab all during the day. That's not the way to do it. I think a lot of people like me prefer it hot, at least warm, to eat like that. So I don't know. That's bizarre, So I haven't been to anyone else's house since. So my mom does the cooking, and it's wonderful. If she passes away, I'll be alone with my brother. So I doubt I'll cook it. I'll probably go out and eat, make a reservation or work something out. We'll see. But for the time being, as long as she's with me right now, thank goodness. I'm very I'm very blessed. I'm very so that's good. It's kind of sad. Okay. Uh Last thing I'm going to talk about is my memories of the World Book Encyclopedia. And I'll give you a little history of that. It is still in business. They still publish it, and it's based in Chicago, Illinois. And I remember Channel 9 did a segment of that on the news, and they showed the office, and I forgot where it was located, somewhere on Michigan Avenue, I think. And it was first published in 1917. Excuse me. It was very popular, and I my first experience with the encyclopedia, I was about probably in grade school. You would go to a library, you had go to the reference section, and pull out a volume of the World Book, and there were other types of encyclopedias. There was Encyclopedia Britannica, also Funk and Wagnalls from Rowan and Martin's Laughing. I think it's still published. I'm not sure. But World Book was the one I used, and my mother bought a set, not World Book. It was the Junior World Book Encyclopedia. It was blue. I posted that photo yesterday on my page, and it was a smaller. This was a smaller edition of the World Book. It was kind of cool. It was very helpful for my homework and my book reports. And I had them in my bedroom, and I put them I had a shelf with my desk. And I held those on for a while until one day when I was at Correas, the elementary school, and I think, yeah, in eighth grade. And they were selling encyclopedias. Someone was selling them. And I remember my principal suggested to my mother, "Hey, you want to buy a set?" And then she asked me, and I said, "Yeah, okay." So we got the 1977 edition of World Book, and we got rid of the old one, the junior one. We got rid of those, and I had those, and they were stacked in the shelf in my room. And I used that all the time. And you know what the funny thing is? When I wasn't doing my homework or during the summer, I would read from one of those. And I don't know why. Once I started reading a article or like that, I would read more. So that's why I became very knowledgeable in things like history and all that. I read the encyclopedias. I read about like the United States, the cities, also science like that. And I did that every day when I was in high school. I did that. And I held on to it maybe about 5 or 6 years, and we tossed them. We got rid of them because they were dated. And I used to read the World Book Encyclopedia at elementary school. They used to have them in the back of the classroom. It was on a book, what's that, cart. And sometimes I didn't want to go to recess, because I was bullied. That's a long story. So I was hiding. So I read the books, and I read that during class. And I got caught one time. I read it because I didn't read. I wasn't studying. I just took a volume of the World Book and just read that. I was fascinated by that. And I remember the section, but there was the yearbook, the World Book yearbook. They had those. And that was published, it started 1962, 60 years ago. And they had the volumes like that each year. And I remember reading from probably that year until 1977. So every day at school, I would read the yearbook and that's like an almanac. And I would read like who passed away, like famous people, events that happened in the world. Oh, it was fun. I like that. And then let's see. It's still being published, but it ceased. Oh, here we go. Here's something history. Funk and Wagnalls was acquired by World Book, and that was in 2009. And the that ceased publication in 1997. And then, you know what happened? The internet came, and then everything's digital. So they do sometimes they do. If you want to order a print edition of the World Book, you can if you'd like, and they use them for in libraries. I haven't been to the library in a long time. Maybe one day I'll go check it out if it's still there. But people go on the internet, and you go to worldbook.com and you can search. You can do that. And so that's a nice memory of growing up, using the encyclopedia. A lot of people think you're a nerd or a geek because you read that. Still am to this day. So that's how it was. That's how it is. That's how it was. I enjoy reading. I love reading. Every time I visit a bookstore, like in the old days of Crocs and Bertano's at downtown on Wabash Street, on Wabash, I love that store. I miss it. And I still go to a bookstore at Barnes and Nobles. I used to go to Borders. They closed. Love to go inside, browse, find a seat, and sit down. I don't think I see chairs anymore at Barnes and Nobles. No, I think they took them out. That's kind of dumb. You have to go to the Starbucks. You have to go to the coffee shop, do that. But I love bookstores. I really do. Okay. That'll be all for today. I'll do a recap what I talked about on this program. I talked about Andy's Steakhouse in Oak Brook, Illinois. I talked about my memories of Thanksgiving and also my memories of having the World Book Encyclopedia in the 1970s. Oh, that's nice. Like I said before, Thanksgiving's come up in a couple of days. I'm looking forward to that. This will be fun. One quick update about my Facebook page. I've mentioned this on the podcast, in previous podcast episodes, that I'm temporarily blocked. I can't update. I can't post. I think I can comment, but I can't post. And for 30 days of some silly thing that happened on one of my pages, it's like a copyright infringement. I tried appealing, contact Facebook, nothing. So I just waited it out. So I have 2 more days for this block to be lifted. It'll be happening Thanksgiving morning. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope it is. I hope so. So it'll be back to normal. But I have been posting from Instagram. I've been posting that. So that helps. I will do that. So I did that. Okay. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'll give you a quick update. So this is Pico Styles, your host for Vanishing Gongland Stories, the podcast. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Everyone have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and a wonderful weekend. Next episode I will do probably Saturday or Sunday, during that weekend. And it's a Christmas season. So hopefully I'll start doing Christmas episodes. Maybe one or maybe a couple during the month, but we will see. Okay. So this is bye-bye for me. Here's Ray Rayner with his traveling music saying bye, bye, bye. I'll see you soon, everyone. Take care.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.